I know. I'm looking sharp. I'm dressed to impress. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I might be a little overdressed. Because we need to cover this topic of dating, shows, especially like Pop the Balloon. Yes, I've done previous videos on Pop the Balloon, not exposing anything. It's a cool show. I like it, actually. The only problem is that, as you will see, some people go on there just for a viral moment. They're not looking for love. They're not looking for companionship. They're not looking for anything else except a viral moment. And so they will do the most. Yes, on this show, they come out and do the most. One of them, and you know who this is, Aaron the Plumber, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, as they call him. Yes, Mr. Catch-A-Fade. Yes, Mr. Crash Out. He was once on Pop the Balloon, and he crashed out on Pop the Balloon. He definitely had a viral moment, and my boy has capitalized on it since then. But before we continue this video, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, then share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send Arlette after them. Now, I don't want to get too much into dating because I'm not going to keep y'all long. Grab your popcorn, have a seat, and keep your eyes glued to the screen because we are about to get into this Pop the Balloon episode. Let's go.
Let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Jared.
Jared, how old are you?
I'm 38.
And what do you do?
So I'm a senior manager for a Fortune 500 company, and I'm also a baker on the side as well.
Okay, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
So for fun, love hanging out with friends and family. It could be anything from playing spades to being at a cookout to, at a party. Also love working out. Fitness is very important to me. So those are a couple of things that are important to me that I like doing.
Okay, and now what do you look for in a woman?
Honestly, someone who's beautiful inside and out. Someone who has a beautiful heart and amazing character. You always are looking for somebody who's very attractive, but looks feed in your character is who you are at your core.
Right.
Someone who loves a joke, have fun, loves to be around family. Also somebody who loves to work out. Just like I just said, it's important to me. So just someone who I can create a safe space for, to where I feel appreciated, and to also where she can feel like she's being loved correctly.
All right, now what are some deal breakers?
A woman who lacks emotional intelligence, right? At this big grown age, I'm 38. I've been through a fair amount of things, so I just love a woman who's able to communicate how she feels, whether it may be good or bad. Just being able to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Now, I need y'all to understand something and observe what he came out wearing, right? Some people, not all, will say that he should have dressed properly since he was coming on the dating show. If he wants to impress the women, he needs to what? Dress correctly, right? It's always dressed to impress. And so some people may have a problem with the sneakers that he has on, the jeans he has on, the regular collared shirt. Yes, people will have an issue with that. But I also want y'all to observe the body language of the ladies as they hold that pin to their balloons. So they are ready to pop. They're ready to pop already. And the episode, just started. We haven't even gone a minute into it, and they already have their pins to the balloon. So yes, those ladies are looking for a reason to pop. That's exactly what they're looking for. They're looking for a reason to pop on them, no matter what it is. And I believe he already has given them one.
So we have not got any pop balloons yet. So let me hand you a pick. Everybody says this is the hard part, but I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons. Okay. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 3.
This is pressure. We'll go right here.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more.
All right, I'm gonna go you. I apologize.
Okay, we'll actually start down there. Guess stay right over here. All right, if we can have your name and age.
Sophia, 36.
And Sophia, what do you do?
I'm a programming specialist for a sports network. I'm a DJ, designer, Sophia.com, and a music publisher.
Okay, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I like the way he dressed. He spoke very well, and just wanted to hear him out. So, yeah.
All right. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Honestly, it was tough. You're beautiful. I just had to pick 3. The whole panel was amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Why is he apologizing? Have you realized that he has apologized at least 3 times already to that one young lady? He literally apologized, I believe, for just walking up to her. I'm sorry for walking up to you like this, but I have to pop your balloon. And then when he pops it, I'm sorry that I have to pop your balloon. I just have to decide and choose on one person. And I don't know. It was hard for me to do, but I'm really sorry for popping your balloon. I shouldn't have popped it, but I had to pop one, so I'm really sorry. No, we need to stop doing this. You have to understand that when a woman comes on this show and she has to pop balloons, guess what she does? She pops the balloons and gets straight to business. When a man gets on the show and he has to pop a balloon, he is constantly doing what? Apologizing for doing what he was told to do in order to eliminate the women that he is not physically attracted to. Because that's what he is going off of. Straight physical attraction. He hasn't heard these ladies speak. They haven't said a thing. So yes, you need to pop the balloon in order to weed through the ones that you are not attracted to. And first, they are starting with the physical, with the looks. So let's see what else he has to apologize about.
We had another one over here. Your name and age.
Anita, I'm 37.
And Anita, what do you do?
I'm a contract analyst by day, and I'm a DJ and actress as well.
And so why was your balloon unpopped?
He's attractive, and I liked what he has to say.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
Once again, I just had to pop 3. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Yeah, I just had to pop somebody. I apologize. Hey.
Thank you.
Then our last one over here. Your name and age.
Nikki, 33.
And Nikki, what do you do?
I own a balloon delivery service.
Oh, coincidence. And so, Nikki, why was your balloon unpopped?
He's handsome, and I just wanted to hear what he had to say.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
I just wasn't honestly a fan of the gold in the hair. Other than that, you're very
Fairy hair.
yeah, you're very attractive. Other
Thank
than
you.
that, yeah. So
I
that's
like
all.
to sparkle.
Work it, girl. All right. So I am now going to have you ask our remaining 6 ladies a question.
Okay. So the first question I had for the remaining ladies is, what's something from your previous relationship that you learned about yourself that you're going to take into your next relationship that make you a better person?
Okay, we'll start here first. Name and age.
Hi, my name is Shahira. I'm 35.
Shahira, what do you do?
I am a footwear designer. I have my own footwear brand for women with larger shoe sizes, 9 through 14.
Okay, nice. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Vulnerability is the number one thing that I've learned from my past, and just to be more open and communicative about my feelings. I would hold things in, and then it would just, come out in ways that wasn't beneficial to the relationship. So now I'm learning to communicate, be honest, be vulnerable, because I want the same in return. So, yeah.
For sure.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janaea Moore with 808 and Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned, I would say I haven't been in a relationship since I've been saved. So now that I'm saved, it's really the Lord who's changed how I have relationships now. So I would say that what I've learned from the Lord is patience, having the fruits of the Spirit, patience, communication, understanding, just allowing someone to just not making assumptions on what they mean, maybe asking them, what do you mean by that? And just having a heart posture that is good,
Thank you.
I don't care what y'all say. Anyone who has to be saved, anyone who uses that term and says they have to be saved, like she is saying she hasn't been in a relationship since she was saved means that you had something to be saved from, which usually, when it comes to dating, if you haven't dated since you were saved, it usually means you were out there in those streets. I'm sorry. I just call it how it is. Y'all know this. And you probably agree with me. If you have to be saved from anything, then that means you were probably wilding out in them streets and you knew that it was time to hang it up, and she decided to do that. I applaud her for that. But at the same time, if my man is smart, then he will proceed with caution.
Your name and age.
My name is Jessica and I'm 36.
And Jessica, what do you do?
I am artistic director for a dance studio.
Okay.
And if you can just answer his question.
Sure. I would say something that I didn't do in my relationship that I'm focused on prioritizing this time around is making sure that I make my significant other the most important person. I think sometimes we allow time to get away from us and devoting too much time to other things, but just prioritizing quality time with that person.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I can see them two together. I'm not even going to lie to you. Just by their interaction right there, I could see those two together, literally. And he might choose her. If he's smart, I actually think he will choose her. But for some reason, the way she was looking at that man just now, if you need to rewind it, then rewind it and just take a look at her body language, her demeanor, her smile, everything about her, even to the twinkle in her eye as she looked at him and spoke to this man. And I'm happy she did not say anything about partner. She didn't say partner. She said significant other. So that tells me a lot about her.
Your name and age.
Katera Wilder, 38, and I'm a biomedical engineer.
Now, Katera, if you can go ahead and answer his question.
So for my previous relationship, I realized that love isn't enough. I was in a relationship and we loved each other deeply, but we needed more than just that. It needed to make sense in terms of logistics, like where we lived. It was a long distance relationship. And so as much as I want to have a partner, I want someone who's also intentional about making sure that they're ready for a relationship, like a marriage.
Okay.
Well, I realized something. A lot of these women are overlooking how he's dressed because of his height. Take my word for it. I may know what I'm talking about. No, but I'm serious. A lot of women on this panel right now, matter of fact, all of them, because none have popped yet. Think about that. None have popped yet. In previous episodes, they were quick to pop if the man's height was not correct, if the man's height was not what they were looking for. He is tall enough for them. That's why they are looking up to him, and they love that. The women love that. That's one of the reasons why they are overlooking how he's dressed. If he was shorter, I guarantee you, I swear, right hand to the sky, they would definitely do what? Pop on him. And one of the reasons that they would say, if Arlette asked them, is because of how he is dressed.
Your name and age.
Liz, I'm 36.
Liz, what do you do?
I'm a business consultant for a software company.
A lot of smart ladies up in here today. All right. And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I would say that the number one thing that I learned is how to be a better communicator. I would say at times I probably wasn't the best communicator, even little things like if I need more time to think before we have a conversation about an argument we just had, I wasn't the best at communicating that. So I would say how to be a better communicator, for sure.
And our last lady over here, your name and age.
My name is Natalie. I'm 38 years old.
Natalie, what do you do?
I'm a licensed social worker.
And if you want to answer his question.
The one thing that I would take from my last relationship is that I was too forgiving of behaviors and words that were said. So for instance, if they tell me that they're not ready for a relationship, I need to move on. And in that fact, I was too forgiving and I would give too many chances to try and prove myself. And that is one thing that I know that I will be taking on moving forward, to not be so forgiving.
Okay.
Let's head on back. And
hey, my man popping on her next. I'm just saying, that voice was a little deep when she spoke, and that caught me by surprise when she started speaking about what it is she does. Her voice is deeper than mine, his and yours. I would be surprised if she was not the next one that he pops on. But I'm surprised none of these ladies have popped on him yet. And I must say tonight, the panel of ladies, very attractive women. Yes, I approve.
Now, what about for yourself? What's something you learned from your last relationship?
Communication is key. Without communication, the relationship, it'll become stagnant, and you really won't know your partner like you should. So communication is key, and that's what I take.
Okay, so you did hear a lot of responses. It's now time to pop 2 balloons.
Okay. So we're gonna go down here first.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna let you pop your 2 first, and then we'll see why.
Right. Sorry.
Okay, and then one more.
They all had similar answers, so this is.
Oof. No, I have not seen this episode yet. Yo, no, I have not seen this episode yet. But right now, I am 3 for 3. Yo, did I not tell y'all? I am 3 for 3 on this. I'm just saying, I may know a little something. If y'all keep following, you may know a little something. So let's see what else they have to say. Oh, and before we get back to the video, I definitely must say that in defense of the ladies on the panel and any future panels or past panels, I understand now why they would want a man to be dressed aesthetically correct when they come on this show. Because looking at the ladies, if they had to get their hairs done, their nails done, their toes done, throw on a nice dress, a nice skirt, a nice outfit. Because if you notice, these ladies are not dressed in streetwear. They're not really dressed in streetwear. They actually took time to prepare for the show. I see exactly why they would want a man to do the very same thing. But again, they are overlooking how he is dressed because of his physical aesthetic and his height.
Oh, okay. So let's go to the one you ended up popping, and then we'll come back to her. All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Physically, I do find him to be attractive. The cliche of I want to hear him out and hear more of what he had to say. But yeah, so that was it, really.
And why did you end up popping her balloon?
Honestly, you're attractive, you're amazing, I love your answer. But when you started talking, you got the gemstones on your teeth, and I just honestly just wasn't a fan of that. Yeah.
Hey, to each their own, what can I say? It's there, but I can take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not forever.
Like you put it yourself, or you had to get it like implanted?
I put it myself. I implant it.
Like,
no.
You know, some people actually do that.
If I had to take it off tonight, I could take it off.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
But each their own.
Yeah.
Gemstones, that wasn't it. I swore, and you were at the edge of your seat right now thinking, is he really going to say because of her voice? I was too. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you could tell. I was on the edge of my seat like, wait a minute. Yo, I haven't seen this video before. I swear to you. I am watching it live with you right now, and I was just like, wait a minute. Is he really about to say what I said? But he flipped it around to the gemstones on her gums, which I really don't think that's the issue.
And then we did get a pop over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped because I feel like when I was giving my answers, I could tell you were like looking around, trying to figure some things out. So I just didn't feel that connection there when I was answering. But you're attractive. I love your fit. Yeah, but just didn't feel that connection.
And now she's someone that's your type?
Oh, for sure. Honestly, it's difficult up here, because everybody's attractive. So you're trying to figure something out on the fly, right? So I do apologize for that, but my focus was on you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry for popping on you, or I'm sorry for overlooking you and looking around. Come on, man. How many times is he going to apologize? I'm actually surprised that the ladies have not popped on them for apologizing so much. And this young lady right here, she popped on him because you could tell she's a little selfish. Yes, she is a little selfish. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it how I see it. She might not be, but I believe she's selfish in the way that she wants his full and undivided attention right now. Knowing that this man is on the show, the clock is ticking. You don't have all day. This is speed dating on steroids. So you don't have the time to actually stand there and hold the conversation. What do you want? Wine, candlelit dinner, You don't have that time to. So you're going fast through everyone, and you are going off of physical looks first. That's what you're going off of. So my man he's looking around. He's trying to make sure he makes the right decision because he doesn't want to pop on the wrong person. You got to think about it. If you do not choose the person who is actually into you the most, which I already told y'all who I believe it is, then you may risk going home alone.
Okay, we now have 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
So who is the most important man in your life, and what qualities stand out about him to you?
Okay, let's start their comeback. All right, who's the most important man in your life, and what qualities stand out about him?
It's definitely my father. He is a genuine person. He loves my mother. And I just feel like I've seen what it looks like to have a husband who is funny. He likes to have fun. He was actually at a probate yesterday because he's an alpha, and so he still has fun even in his old age. But he's also serious, and so yeah, he is my example.
Okay.
Okay, what about over here?
I would have to echo her sentiments. My dad is the most important man in my life right now. He is just an extremely unique individual, and he always taught me to always be myself and to love people.
Sure.
And let's hear from you over here.
I'd have to say my grandfather. He's my favorite person in the world. He's so amazing. He just is a provider. He cares about us. He takes care of us. I mean, even now, like, he gets my oil change. So, like, I'm just used to he's just somebody he takes care of the household. He takes care of 2 households. So I just love him. Yeah.
And what about here?
I would say the same. My grandfather, he was so kind, and his love for the Lord was amazing. Like, that's what I strive to be. And he just loved love. He recently passed away the day before Valentine's Day, and it's just so coincidental because, you know, he was just so loving, so kind. He was also a provider. I didn't have to think about anything when I was with my granddad, and he was 95, and that's exactly the kind of man that I want to marry one day. And he taught me about vulnerability and all that stuff, so I'm a completely different person thanks to my granddad. So
yeah, that's a good question.
The ladies, peep game, the first 2 who said that their dads were the most important men in their lives, that is because their dads were probably in their lives. I have to be real with you. The next 2 young ladies that say their grandfathers, it is probably because their dads were either not in their lives or their dads were in and out of their lives. And the only consistent man that was in their lives was granddad.
All right, I am gonna have you pop 1 balloon.
Okay. Right here.
Okay. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I think he's attractive. You seem well put together, and like you have a good head on your shoulder. So that's why I didn't pop.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping hers?
The other 3 ladies, they seem a little bit more outwardly extroverted than you. So that's the only reason why. You're beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you more of an introvert?
I turn both on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all peep that as she spoke, how shaky her voice got? Did you peep that? Rewind this video and listen to her as she speaks to him right now and describes why she did not pop her balloon and why she kept... That woman, you could tell she's really into him, and she was really hoping that he chose her. I'm telling you, she wished that. Listen to her as she speaks and how her voice, the pitch of her voice goes up and down. It's kind of shaky. She's nervous. She really likes him. That's why she's nervous. And now he popped a balloon. And honestly, I must tell y'all, I believe he made a big mistake. But hey, I'm not the one on the show. He is, and he has to leave with one of these ladies. Well, he doesn't necessarily have to leave with one of the ladies. He might leave with the wrong one. Lego.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough up here. I get it.
It's all good. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay. Question would be, if there was one thing your partner could do that'd make you immediately smile, and had butterflies in your stomach, what would it be?
Okay, let's go here.
I would say just like small touches, like touch me on my back, or just little things when I'm not expecting it. Just small, like not words of affirmation, but touches of affirmation.
Okay.
What about over here?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Thoughtful gifts. I like thoughtful gifts. They're nice. Yeah.
And over here.
I love to dance, and so I would just love to have a partner while we're cooking, just to like grab me, twirl me around, and just dance in the kitchen. That would just make my heart melt.
Okay.
Okay. And what about for yourself? I know they want to know.
Honestly, just words. Hey, like, how was your day? How are you? I was in a situation before where I didn't get that. So, that resonates with me. So words of affirmation is my love language, my first one. So that's what it is.
All right. Time to pop a balloon. Oh, okay. Let's come this way. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So I was like, I really didn't want to pop. I think you're attractive and I love what you do. I think your career is great and like what you have going on. I'm very into men with purpose and who are high achieving. So I think that that's awesome. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't have anything to pop on him. But I do feel like you're a little bit older. I mean, I'm open. That's why I was like, should I wait? Because I'm open to dating somebody a little bit older. But I'm used to dating people who are maybe like younger looking. And so that's kind of it. It's not a lot. You're awesome.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. And I just want them to have a chance. I want you to have a chance with somebody. Yeah.
Got you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
For sure. I usually go for women who are a little bit taller, but she's very beautiful. So definitely my type.
Thank you. All right, our two ladies left. Any questions for him? You ready? Okay.
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
In the next 2 years, getting a promotion with my company, and then also growing my bakery business. So those are the two things that I see myself going in the next 2 years.
Yo, some of these preferences I don't get at all. He actually said he usually goes for women that's a little bit taller. What's the difference? You're both the same height when you're laying down. No, I'm joking. Or am I? But I don't understand why she actually popped. And honestly, I really would have to say it is probably because she got nervous and thought that he was going to pop on her, and she does not take rejection well. Think about once he took one step, right? When Arlette said, well, you have to pop another balloon. He took one step. She did what? Pop. She popped it really quick because she was afraid that he was headed towards her, and she cannot handle rejection.
Okay. What about over here?
I'm curious about a life philosophy or motto and why that is for you, if you have one.
I won't necessarily say I have a life philosophy. One thing I always think about is, just striving for results and failing fast. If you have a short-term memory, you're able to like just move on to something else really, really quickly. And just having that mentality to where you just attack each and every day the same way.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're down to our final two. It is time to pop a balloon. Oh, you had another question?
To that, where do you see yourself? So I was looking for a specific answer. Do you see yourself getting married, having kids? Like, what's the family goals of yours?
My family goals, it's interesting because I always thought I would have a family, kids by the time I was 25. Obviously, that didn't happen, right? We all have these ideals. But in the next 2 years, going towards that. Marriage in 2 years is fast. But if you find your partner and you all speak to each other and that happens, then that happens. Never put a time limit on anything. But yeah, on that trajectory, for sure.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to pop.
Okay.
All right. And why gender popping?
Just because I want someone who is marriage-minded and focused on building a family, and their time is, you just never know what can happen, but I want someone that has that on their forefront of their mind. So
Okay, for sure.
Now she's someone that's your type?
For sure. Like I said, I usually talk to taller women. She's very beautiful, very attractive, great career. So yeah, definitely for sure.
Thanks, you. We do have our last lady over here, so just want to ask as well, is she someone that's your type?
She is. She is.
You got all 32 out. Come on up here. I'll have you stand on that side of me. No, you'll stand up.
See, I knew he messed up when he said what? 2 years is a little fast to get married. It's actually not. It's actually not. Marriage is based on what? The two people. It is based on the two people and when they decide to get married, whether it's after 6 months, whether it's after a year, whether it's after 5 years. It's up to them. But I must also say that if you literally have to date someone for 5 years in order to know that you want to spend the rest of your life with them, then that usually means you're not ready to spend the rest of your life with them.
Over here. Okay, y'all. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if we've got a match?
How would your friends describe you?
Funny, outgoing, inspirational. I have a group of around like 50 fellas that we always motivate each other every single day.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
55 people.
Yeah, I
Closely.
do. Like closely, yeah. And we all push each other every day, whether it may be something physical along the lines of working out, or within like your work sector. We push each other every day. So yeah, that's what they would describe me as.
And you're good with questions? You have a last one? One last one, if you have one.
Do you have any children?
No.
No? Okay. I don't either. So.
Okay. Well, let me ask my question then.
Hey, before we continue and end this video, I need y'all to tell me in the comment section right now, do you think she is going to pop on him? Do you think she was just holding on to her balloon just because the other ladies were holding on to their balloons and she didn't want to be the odd one out, and so she held on to the balloon hoping that he probably popped hers? Do you think this? Because she is holding that pin to that balloon. I'm telling you, watch body language. And she also might try to ask him questions right now to disqualify him so that she can pop on him because she was never interested in him in the first place.
Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
We got a match! I'll take the mic. And you guys can go on off, get your girl. Make some noise for them ladies.
Now I have to say, I was very surprised at that. I really was. Now, they always have follow-up shows to find out how the first date went, how the second date went, or if they even went on a date, period. Because there have been episodes where they walked off the stage together, happily ever after, but when it comes to the backstage antics, it was not pretty at all. And I'm not saying that's all of them, but a majority of the couples that left on the show holding hands together, it did not work out. Trust and believe, it did not work out. And you thought they were so cordial with each other on the show that, yes, they would work out and things would be great. They would be on their 10th date or even headed towards marriage after 2 weeks. But no, it usually does not end that way because they start to really get to know each other, and one might be too busy for the other. One might show too much interest. One might show less interest. And so they start to fall apart where they left together. Leave a comment in the section if you thought that he was going to leave with the young lady that I said he was going to leave with, or if you thought she was going to pop on him because she was not truly interested. But I need y'all to know one thing. Dating is hard out here in these streets for everybody. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.